Can you describe Ecuador and where you grew up for us? Is it a rural or urban setting?
Well, Ecuador is located in South America, under Colombia, above Peru. It's a place, well, it is divided in three different regions, like the mountain region, the coast region, and the Amazon region. I live in the mountain region.
I'm from Aspen, Pennsylvania. It's right outside Philly. It's a pretty small town, tight-knit community, and yeah.
And where are you from?
Chalmers, Indiana. Yeah.
So, how has living there shaped your cultural identity?
Well, it's like a really small town, like super small. When I moved to Pennsylvania in my freshman year of high school, the school that I went to had more people in my freshman class than in my entire town in Indiana. So it was really small and close, and everybody knew each other, and typical small town.
So, where are you from, and how has that shaped your cultural identity?
I'm from Long Island, New York. It shaped my cultural identity, just that I've been exposed to several different cultures, and so I haven't been in one specific culture. Instead of just been open, my eyes have been open to all these different cultures, and so this way I'm more of like a well-rounded individual, and I don't know, I haven't stuck to one specific culture. It's more just been a mixture of a couple.
And where are you from, and how has that shaped your cultural identity?
I'm from Oaxaca, Mexico, and so it's really interesting because I've been living in a developing country. It's interesting seeing the two sides of living through what that's like, and then hearing what like the U.S. thinks about that. So it's getting both sides of it.
Where are you from, and how has that shaped your cultural identity?
I'm from Basking Ridge, New Jersey. It's a small suburban, it's a decently sized suburban town in northern New Jersey. It was, we were very close together. Everyone knew a lot of people, so it was like, I found out that people are interesting. You can find out whatever you want just from talking to people and whatnot. So I think that aspect of my town really helped me figure out my cultural identity, and I think E-Town's very much the same culture, and I'm really glad to be here.
Now, how has religion shaped your cultural identity?
I was born and raised Catholic, and I'm still Catholic. I think Catholicism has a very negative persona to some people, and I think I've learned to use that to bolster my faith as opposed to not doing so as some people would use it. I've learned the things that are true and maybe not so true about my faith, and it's also helped me be able to do so with other things in my life.
And how has religion impacted your cultural identity?
Well, my dad is Catholic and my mom's Jewish, and so they didn't really bring me up religiously. It was more, you can decide when you're older sort of thing, but we celebrate both Jewish and Catholic holidays, and so I've celebrated Passover, and so that has given me more light on Jewish traditions.
My family's Methodist, and that kind of impacts us a lot. It's really important to us, and we really strive to bring our family together and just follow what our religion says, so that kind of is important to us.
Has religion shaped your cultural identity at all?
Definitely, yeah. I'm Catholic, so it's just like simple stuff. Like, I mean, there's stuff that I don't go along with my religion, but for the most part, it's just, I mean, it definitely like guides like how I like project onto others. So,
religion could be a pretty big problem because in the Philippine culture they view religion as like the big basis, and that everyone who's like not quote unquote perfect is like out of the picture. I view everyone as an equal. I view like justice. Everyone else views injustice.
So, how has traveling shaped your cultural identity?
Traveling has shaped my cultural identity by just traveling to other countries and just understanding their cultures and knowing that they're different than us. Because when I went to China, everything was different there. All the food, the culture, and just everything was different. And even when I went to France, everything they do is just different. Or not everything, but for instance, I would go to the airport and everyone would be like kissing each other rather than just hugging.
How has traveling shaped your cultural identity?
Traveling, it's really it's really opened me up to a lot of new things, and it's really allowed me to meet a lot of new people. I traveled to Japan for 2 months over the summer. I was staying with a host family, and what I learned the most was there's just a lot of different family situations. Like my host mom, she was married, but her husband, I didn't meet him until a week before I left because he was living close to where he worked.
I also went to Germany, Constance, Germany, and there it's a lot of religion too. I mean, they have a lot of churches, they have a lot of castles as well, which you won't see here. Going through that was a very different experience because they stick to their traditions. You can even tell from their infrastructure. They have a lot of old buildings.
How has traveling shaped your cultural identity?
I actually only traveled a great distance for the first time this summer. I went to China with the May term trip, and I knew I wanted to do international journalism from probably a few years ago, but I think it definitely cemented my belief that there's so much more out there, and there's always something you can learn from people around you.
How has religion affected your cultural identity?
Well, not many people know, but I'm actually Jewish. Hello, I'm here today with Dina Dispenser. Dispenser. It's French. Where are you? It is. Stop lying. Where are you from?
I'm from Toms River, New Jersey.
Another New Jerseyan. Well, this interview is gonna be short.
I'm Seth Previty, Sethprevity. I'm a bit upset you don't know my name by now.
Do you have any anger towards your parents for growing you up in New Jersey?
No, I wouldn't live anywhere else
Why is that?
because it's the best.
Why?
Because New Jersey is the best.
But you can't give me any solid information on why it's the best. Tell me about your town. Don't grab the mic.
I can't. My home.
Stop grabbing the mic!
I keep forgetting.
Put your hands down. Put them by your side.
Say your name and spell it,
Okay. David Nagel, David.
please. Here, I'll hold it for you, okay?
How has traveling impacted your cultural identity? Stop grabbing the mic. How has religion impacted your cultural identity?
I'm an atheist.
Stop trying to grab the microphone.
Say your name and spell your name, please.
I'm okay.
How has your family impacted your cultural identity?
I was raised by.
Put your hands down. And you said you're from New Jersey. How does it feel to live in the ass crack of America?
Wow. Thank you. No more questions.